Back in the day when YouTube wasn't as big as it is now, I feel like we had a very limited amount of skateboarding videos. So when I found one I liked, I would watch that a lot. And that goes for Andy Schrock's video, 12 creative skateboarding tricks. I would probably watch that like 3 to 5 times a day for at least half a year, and the tricks he did in it really influenced my skating. If you watch my 50k sub special, I actually talked about Andy Schrock featuring my skating back in the day, and I kind of reviewed my tricks. You can check that out in the corner if you want to. But Andy, he shared me because he liked the tricks I did, which was very like a lot of double flip stuff, kind of flip trick wizardry I think he called it. And I also really like that, which he says he likes. I don't know if his original video influenced me to be that way in skating, but yeah. Funnily enough, I really love double flip stuff. But he's definitely also inspired me with other tricks like his 1-foot nose grind. I really need to relearn that because that was the only one I landed, and I really like how I do it. It just felt most natural for me to put my foot out there. But I also tried the 50-50 indie hand flip out, which is not a trick for me. That trick just ruined my hand so bad. I think it's because I have very long legs, so it's really tough for me to get that flip out, and a lot of the times it just scraped my hand. So that's not in the area of tricks I like, but definitely the double flip stuff and just creative 1-foot grinds, that's really cool. But today it's about the 540 double flip. I've never done this trick, and it might seem like a really random trick, but Andy's actually done it more than once. But I definitely think the first one was the best one. It was actually unbelievably good. I don't think I can do it that good, but I still want to land the trick. The only thing is, it's a bit weird to think about, because I guess you gotta think of doing like a 270 flip and then let that flip one more time. At least that's how I think about 360 double flips. I think about doing a very high and very quick varial flip, so I can't really like get my feet back in there to catch it and just like let it flip one more time. I actually think we saw Mike Mo do the 720 double flip a few years back. To a lot of people that might be more relatable, because you just think about a tray flip and let that spin into a 720 double flip. But that might be the next trick challenge. Today it's about the 540 double flip, and I definitely think this is within my realm of abilities, if that's something you say. But I really like flippy stuff like triple flips. I know that backside triple flip was really sketchy, but I have done them cleaner off camera, I promise you that. But I kind of went into a period where my angle was really messed up, so I didn't do that much of the flippy stuff, which is a shame, because when I kind of compare it to the other areas of skating that I've explored, stuff like manuals or big gaps, or maybe just like gnarly stuff I've tried, I definitely think that the double flip or spinny stuff, that's been the most rewarding feelings of landing those tricks. An honorable mention though, dropping in for the first time on vert. That was an amazing feeling. I definitely gotta get back into vert skating actually.
Oh my god.
For a long time I did consider my best feeling trick ever to be the biggest ollie I ever did. A huge grass gap, which is probably like 13, 14 there, maybe 15 if we push it. But at the same time, when I landed that trick, I messed up my knee, so for a couple months I was like, wow, I'm in a lot of pain, but that feeling when I rolled away, that was so good. But now, when it's been a couple years and I'm still struggling with my knee, I don't think it's the best feeling trick I've ever landed. I actually think it's a switch frontside double heel flip I've done down a small 2-block, just a small gap, but the feeling of landing that felt so good. The first weekend I tried it, I didn't really get it that good. I think I tried for 2.5 hours and we didn't have any more batteries left for any of our cameras, so I kind of had to take that toe touch one I got. But then the very next weekend, I think Saturday, because that was the first day we could get to Copenhagen, I just tried it again, and I think I got it within like 45 minutes, and that feeling of landing that trick, I've never experienced anything like that. But alright, back to the topic of the video, the 540 double flips. So what kind of warm-up tricks would be good to have before trying this? I guess 540 flips, I've done a couple of those. Never really clean apparently, but the last one, yes, was on the Tony Hawk's Red controller, and that was probably the best one. I think the problem I have with 540 flips is that my ankle really wants to flick, so I can't just like get a 540 rotation with only one flip. That's really tough for me to do. But I also think a 540 double flip is closer to a 360 double flip. Because as I talked about before with the varial flips, it's kind of just giving it a 90-degree more scoop. So it's a 270 flip, you let flip into a 540 double flip. I don't know, but I decided to get warmed up and then try it. So after getting warmed up on the mini ramp with my friend Marlo, doing like just a bunch of fun tricks, I decided to take it to the hip, which I don't really know why, because I want to do the 540 double flip up the bank to flat like Andy did. But it's because one of my go-to flip tricks on the hip is a 360 double flip. It's probably like the only real flip trick I do on the hip. And then also maybe nollie backside 360 heel. I didn't do one of those for this video, but yeah, I thought that would be a good way to warm up for some reason. After getting a couple of like okay 360 double flips on the hip, I decided that I didn't really feel trying the trick that day because it was just a bad idea to warm up with the hip. I mean, that's a completely different way of me doing the actual trick. So I decided to wait till the next weekend, but then it was on. After getting the warm-up 360 double flip, I felt pretty comfortable because just look at the first try I did. So that was super close. I probably would have landed a little bit too much on the nose if I would have went for it, but I got the flip like I wanted to. So yeah, here starts the battle, and don't you worry, it's not only gonna be my attempts. My friends skated it with me and they got some really awesome tricks, so they'll be sprinkled in there in between. Yeah, I finally stuck it, but and I probably could have rolled away actually. I didn't want to save it because a thing with me is always if I land it really bad and then I try for an hour, 2 hours more and I don't get it, I'll always be like, I can just take that one. So I decided not to really do my best to save it, but just step off and then be like, no, I gotta get a proper feeling of landing this trick. So a little over 2 weeks ago I sprained my hand, and my hand injuries, they always stay for so long, so this was still hurting really bad. Luckily after that slam I was able to borrow a wrist guard from my friend Christian, so big ups to you, man, thank you. But even though I got a wrist guard on now, I was still kind of afraid to put my hand down and save myself, so that's why I got that really bad slam. Normally I always injure my left elbow, it's like really messed up, but my right elbow is completely fine, but this time I just took it straight down to that, and oh man, it is still giving me problems today. But yeah, us skaters, we're pretty stubborn and I really want my trick, so you just have to get back up, I guess. And then, yes, it happened. I finally got one I was happy with. There was a tiny tic-tac on it and my landing could have been a bit better, but this was a really tough trick to do because you kinda not just have to think about the 270 flip, I also needed to get it like a little bit in front of me so I wouldn't land like on the nose. But yeah, in the end it worked out. I'm pretty happy with it. I do want to apologize for the bad lighting. This skate park has the worst lights and it was a super cloudy day that day. But yeah, I got it. Success on the trick challenge. I don't really know what to say now, but I'm at the skate park alone. I've been skating all day, but I kind of want to get a few tricks in for you guys if you're up for watching more. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the little backstory, the tricks my friends did, the warm-ups I did, the after trick session here, and then of course also the 540 double flip. I've just honestly been thinking about doing that trick for years, ever since I first saw Andy do that. I thought it was such a cool trick, and I'm happy to say I've done it. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it more in the future. It would be cool to find like a small gap and then have it in a part, but yeah, I don't know. If I come around to that, I'll definitely try it, but I can't promise anything. It is a really random trick. But yeah, the last thing is big shout out to my friends. I'll leave their Instagrams in the description, the ones you saw in this video. And actually Marlo, he tried his own trick up the bank, a nollie backside 360, which he haven't done before, and he just battled it for so long. He got so close, and I hope he can do that in the near future. But yes, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll just be seeing you in the very next one. So until then, peace out.